They told him he was chasing a dream that was too big for a boy barefoot in the dust of Africa. They said football was not a future. They said poverty was his destiny. But one boy refused to accept the limits placed on his life. That boy was Sadio Mané. Long before the world knew his name, long before stadiums chanted it, long before trophies followed him everywhere, Sadio Mané was just a small child in the quiet village of Bambali in Senegal. No stadiums, no training grounds, no academies, just dust, heat, hunger, and hope. His family struggled to survive each day. Food was never guaranteed. Shoes were a luxury. Dreams were considered dangerous. His father was a respected man in the village, but illness took him early. When Sadio was still young, his father became very sick. The hospital was far. There was no proper medical care. There was no money for treatment. His father passed away, and with his last breath, Sadio felt something break inside him. But at the same time, something powerful was born. A promise, a fire, a decision that he would never allow his family to suffer like this again. Football became his escape. Not a game, not a hobby, an escape. He played on dirt roads, barefoot, under the burning sun. His clothes were torn. His body was thin. Other children laughed at him. Adults told him to focus on farming, on survival. Coaches rejected him again and again. But every rejection only made his hunger stronger. At the age of 15, with nothing in his pockets and everything in his heart, Sadio Mané ran away from home. He didn't even tell his family at first. He traveled to Dakar, the capital of Senegal, chasing a trial at a football academy. He arrived with no money, no connections, no place to stay. Only his dream walked beside him. At the trial, they laughed at him. His clothes were ripped. His boots were broken. He didn't look like a footballer. But the moment the ball touched his feet, everything changed. His speed was electric. His desire was different. His movement was fearless. The same people who laughed became silent. That day, Sadio Mané earned his first real chance. Life did not become easy overnight. Training was brutal. Discipline was unforgiving. The competition was deadly. But Mané never complained. He never asked for comfort. He only asked for another opportunity to prove himself. He trained when others rested. He ran when others walked. He listened when others argued. And slowly, the impossible started to move closer. European scouts eventually noticed him. Still young, still raw, still underestimated. But his heart was stronger than fear. He left Africa for France. New land, new language, new pressure, new loneliness. The food was different. The people were different. The weather was cold. The culture was strange. But his discipline was warm. His hunger was alive. And his dream refused to die. From France, he moved to Red Bull Salzburg. This was where the world truly started to notice him. Speed like lightning. Finishing like a killer. Work rate like a soldier. Defenders couldn't stop him. Coaches trusted him. Fans began to chant his name. Doors that were once locked suddenly opened. Then England called. Southampton gave him a chance in the Premier League, the toughest league in the world. Many said he was too small, too fast but not strong enough, too explosive but not consistent. Sadio Mané answered with goals, with relentless pressure, with history. In just 176 seconds, he scored the fastest hat-trick in Premier League history. The world could no longer ignore him. And then came Liverpool. Under the bright lights of Anfield, Sadio Mané transformed into a global icon. Goals in the Champions League, goals in the Premier League, goals in the biggest matches on the biggest stages. He ran like a machine, fought like a warrior, played like he still had dust on his feet and hunger in his bones. He won the Champions League, he won the Premier League, he won the African Cup of Nations with Senegal. He became one of the greatest African footballers in history. But the shocking part of his story is not how much money he made. It's what he did with it. While others bought luxury cars, golden mansions, and private jets, Sadio Mané went back to his village, the same dusty village that once laughed at his dream. And he built schools, hospitals, mosques, homes for the poor, infrastructure, jobs, hope. He gives every family monthly support. He funds education for children who once stood exactly where he stood. He pays medical bills for strangers. And he still walks with humility, still smiles with kindness, still lives with simplicity. Once, a reporter asked him, "Why do you live so simple when you are so rich?" Sadio Mané replied, "Why would I need 10 Ferraris, 20 diamond watches, and 2 jets? What will these things do for me and for the world?" This is the difference between success and significance. Success is what you achieve for yourself. Significance is what you change for others. Sadio Mané never forgot the dust. He never forgot the hunger. He never forgot the pain of losing his father. And he never forgot the promise he made as a child. Today, when children in Bambali wake up for school, they walk on roads built by their hero. When someone gets sick, they go to a hospital built by the same boy who once had no hospital to save his father. When people pray, they gather in mosques, built by the same boy who once had only prayers and nothing else. This is not just the story of a footballer. This is the story of belief. Belief when no one believed in him. Belief when the world said no. Belief when the dream felt impossible. Belief when everything was against him. Sadio Mané proves one powerful truth. You don't need the best start. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need rich parents. You don't need comfort. You only need discipline when motivation dies. You only need consistency when progress feels slow. You only need faith when doubt screams loudest. From barefoot child to African king. From dusty roads to world stadiums. From poverty to purpose. And if Sadio Mané can rise from nothing and stand on top of the world, then your excuses are too weak to stop you. The only question now is this: will you remain where you are, or will you rise like he did? Because greatness is not chosen, it is built. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more powerful motivational stories like this. Thank you so much for watching. More inspiring videos are coming very soon, and the next incredible success story will be uploaded shortly. Stay connected, stay motivated, and keep believing in your dreams.